Rescue and relief efforts are underway in Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa struck the island with record strength. The U.S. State Department is deploying to the Caribbean a regional disaster assistance response team and has activated U.S.-based urban search and rescue teams. Hundreds of thousands of people in Jamaica are without power, with flooding and landslides threatening recovery efforts. Officials will be fanning out today to assess the full extent of Melissa's damage to the island. Melissa made landfall in eastern Cuba in the pre-dawn hours this morning as a Category 3 hurricane with sustained winds of 120 miles an hour, down from 185 miles an hour when the storm hit Jamaica. The hurricane is making its way in a north-northeasterly direction as it keeps churning. CBS News correspondent Jason Allen reports from Santa Cruz, Jamaica, in the western part of the island as recovery efforts begin.
This is St. Elizabeth Technical High School. Took a huge hit when Melissa came through. And there were students and staff who stay here on campus. So they sheltered in one of the concrete buildings that's right over on the other side here. But look what this did to one of their classrooms. So when Melissa came through, it ripped the roof off of this third floor, the classroom building. Once the roof was gone, the walls had no chance. A lot of the walls are now piled on top of the desks and the chairs that are sitting here in the classrooms where kids would have been on any normal day in the middle of the week. Instead, some of the students who were living here are living here. Some of them are deciding if they want to go home, if they want to stay. Some of those students had homes that were damaged this bad or possibly even worse. And the principal telling us that it's likely going to be weeks before they can even begin to think about having any sort of classes here again.
All right, Jason Allen, thank you. Melissa is expected to hit the Bahamas later today and threaten Bermuda in the coming days. CBS News Philadelphia meteorologist Andrew Kozak is tracking this for us.
We are continuing to watch Melissa, still a strong hurricane across the Atlantic, now in the Caribbean, moving just to the north of Cuba. Standing over that island right now, where the east side saw winds over 100 miles per hour. It has its sights set on the Bahamas to the north. Plenty of these islands here are going to be looking at some hurricane force winds by this afternoon, and then we'll have to track it as it moves a little further north. The latest stats on Melissa: 100 mile per hour winds, gusts up to 120. It is moving northeast now at around 14 miles per hour. That is the latest update that will take us into the afternoon. As we get into the afternoon, those winds really do increase across many of these islands here, which is why we have hurricane watches, hurricane warnings in effect. The warnings, of course, for the Bahamas. The watch does extend up now for Bermuda. Why? Because as the storm starts to pick up speed and move a little bit further northeast, Bermuda, by the end of the week and into the beginning of the weekend, may be in the path of Melissa as it makes its way a little further north and east. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. This is the wind gust forecast. By this afternoon, 80 to 100 mile per hour winds. Now, as we get into your Thursday, it moves over the open water, likely not to increase much in intensity, but we still could see this slam into Bermuda as a strong Category 1 or even Category 2 hurricane. We are keeping our eye on Melissa at least throughout the weekend.
Andrew, thank you.